for that feature. Now, I want to encourage you that if you're going through such a hard time that you cannot, comprehend what is happening, I do not have the answers. Maybe you're listening and you have the answers. Why don't you write in? The email to use is mwanza@twr.co.ke. I have a booklet also for you, and you will get it free of charge. You need to do one thing. Just write in. Okay? Now, if you're joining me right now, this is definitely Africa Challenge, a production of Transworld Radio. My name is Maria Wenzel. Coming up,
Africa Challenge Radio.
They are saying young people are doing irrelevant degrees.
And that improper stewarding of resources is what brings about poverty.
There's also the false assumptions that when these girls are circumcised, they are going to be good wives. Who is marrying them? A lot of that depends on culture.
Africa!
In households with two wage-earning parents, the father's income usually exceeds the mother's, as is true of men or women in general. Yet, mothers usually contribute a larger proportion of their income.
E-learning is the new frontier for low-cost, high-quality distance education, according to the managing director of Nairobi Net Online, Sami Bulichara. In an interview in
4 out of every 20 primary school-aged children are out of school in Africa. A new report says, of these in primary school, an average of 17% repeat their grades each year, an indication that the system is wasted.
The Africa Challenge Review.
Africa at your fingertips. Welcome. You're on the Africa Challenge of Eurobird, and I'm Rosniak here presenting. From Sudan, I have the story of a couple's triumph over ethnic barriers. Reverend Emmanuel Amon and his wife Viola, both of the Sudanese Pentecostal Church, overcame their tribe's deep-rooted hatred of each other to marry in May 1999. The Saragolo and the Rengajin clans have for more than 100 years been fighting and would not even eat or drink water together. And the hatred has been transferred from one generation to another. For Emmanuel and Viola to marry, they had to approach their pastor, who broke the news to their parents and then went ahead to arrange for a joint meeting of the clans. And his efforts were not in vain. Despite a lot of resistance at first, the clan representatives eventually saw eye to eye and gave their blessings for the wedding. The ceremony was held in Uganda, and would you believe it, there were more than 2,000 people from both sides. This couple is now using their personal experience to bring about peace and unity among their clansmen, and to serve as an example to the young people who would want to intermarry. We now go to Colombia, in South America, where I've got some news from the shores of River Cabuyal. The communities on the banks of this river are actively involved in individual and collective action to protect the natural resources on which their children's future depends. Their conservation activities are the fruit of an integrated effort by various research and development organizations that work closely with the local community. Each agency contributes in a different way. Some conduct research and training, or else provide technical assistance, credit, and other financial support. The aim? To promote the diversification of agricultural production. The rural people plant trees, build barbed wire fences to protect forests and mountain springs, and in other ways improve their management of natural resources. In exchange, the organizations help create new sources of income. But this cooperation did not just happen. In one instance, to convince the people to participate, the community leaders cut off the water supply from their village for 3 days. This was to demonstrate just what it would be like to lose the most precious resource we have. The village cooperated. The organizations provide social incentives and are keen to identify practical measures that improve the management of natural resources. Now, even farmers who wanted to go to the city due to the unproductive nature of their land are choosing to stay willingly. And focusing on health, I've got some good news for you from China. It is not all bad for you. According to researchers from the University of Southern California, People who drink tea may be doing more than just soothing their stomachs. They might also be preventing some forms of cancer. A study done of more than 18,000 Chinese men showed that tea drinkers were about half as likely to develop cancer of the stomach or esophagus as non-tea drinkers. In other words, if you don't take tea, you could be twice as likely to get some forms of cancer than your tea-drinking friends. And it does not matter which type of tea you take. The tea plant in all its varieties is an evergreen that contains some of the most powerful antioxidants, which are known cancer fighters. The study found higher levels of chemicals called polyphenols in the bodies of tea drinkers. This could be linked to lower levels of cancer. So, consider taking a cup of tea today. And that's it on our review desk. Thank you for staying with us. I am Rose Nakio. Bye-bye. For that review.
We're now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set, and begin. 8 watts.
There's no time.
Did you know that
HIV/AIDS has claimed more lives than all the wars in Africa combined?
Challenge.
And that tells you it's time for It's What right here on Africa Challenge.
Hello and welcome. My name is Stephen Omondi. The story of the societies that have not heard about AIDS is scary. There are communities as we speak that do not know what the HIV/AIDS disease is all about. They will witness members of their societies living out and dying of complicated diseases. They will still turn around and believe that it is a witch doctor's work. They still do not connect the state of their friends' health to the deadly disease of HIV/AIDS. A question then arises. Is it that the community in the light has not helped them understand this disease? Or is the mode of delivery of this message of the reality of AIDS not reaching its intended audience? Whatever the case, community educators should seek modes of communication that their communities will relate with. We will listen to a young man explain to us how his group called Pambazuko is using theater to talk about AIDS. One way of explaining the dangers of HIV/AIDS. The Pambazuko group should be emulated by others in the community. Community educators should not leave anyone out when giving vital information on AIDS. For AIDS Watch, I'm Stephen Omondi.
Thank
Thank you there for that report. Thank you to you too who has been with me throughout this program. Do you have any questions or comments or even suggestions on taking care of the terminally ill? Why don't you write in? The address is Africa Challenge, Transworld Radio PA Box 21514, Nairobi, Kenya. Or you could email me at mwanza@twr.co.ke. That address again is Africa Challenge, Transworld Radio PA Box 21514, Nairobi, Kenya. Or you could email me at mwanza@twr.co.ke. On behalf of the Africa Challenge team, this is Maria Wanza saying, may the Lord keep you, may the Lord be your banner. Toka mbinguni ukaja utukufu wako ili niishi milele na milele. Ukawambwa msalabani, damu yako ikatiririka ili niishi milele na milele. Before you go to Jesus, don't go to church. Before you go to
kun kulu algasma barnamij tarab altani. Ana algegedi mal barnamij de isimil adiewawa. Inshallah rabuna gedi mita kulu kwes tisena de kaman. Bubalna ma gedi mkali fi barnamij de kalena asma guna min majmu takanita.